Hi guys, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So if you've watched my recent videos, we've done the separate missions with Leif, Bernie, as I call her, and Gallin, and we are now going to go speak to Soma and see what she wants us to do next. Basically, I'm assuming she's going to want us to tell her who we think is the traitor. Not 100% sure. I think I'm probably sort of leaning on the side of Gallin, especially with Leif saying that the paint was stolen, and then Gallin had paint on his boat, which I kind of want to say is don't attack me, like kind of thing. Also, he was the only one with only one person left there. Like, all of his crew had disappeared, so I'm kind of thinking, did he kill all of them and that's how he was then injured, and he decided to try and escape up that watchtower thing where he was. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Okay guys, so here we are at Grant Bridge. Let's have a chat with Soma, shall we?
Eivor, the plan worked. One of Wigman's captains caught him sniffing around Euroli Ponte. Remember, you don't need to kill him. Have fun. I'll be planning our next move in the Longhouse.
Ooh, have fun. Sounds a bit ominous.
Little boy, where is your daddy hiding?
Godless heathens. Grand Bridge is a province of Lord Wigman of Walden. The city is rightfully his.
Poor soldier. Doesn't know what heathens do to men of God like him. Hasn't heard the stories, it seems.
We can educate him. Look at those ham hands. Could make a nice pair of gloves.
And his heart. A heart that beats in a lad like this? Feed a family of 6 for a week.
Let's cut his throat now and water the orchards with his blood.
No, sweet lord, no! He's on the Isle of Ely, Ealdorman Wigmund, in the monastery, I swear.
Well, that was easy.
Thought that would take till the next morn. Let's tie him up and let him rot away.
Oh, fucking Dane half-wits! The Lord will smite you from this land, all of you! May God have mercy on...
That home-thieving snake might have cast a curse on us. I couldn't risk it.
Also couldn't risk him saying that you were
Christians don't curse.
a traitor, in my thoughts.
Wigman's on the Isle of Ely. I'll tell Soma what we've learned.
Okay, let's go.
Eivor, what did Wigman's little man have to tell us? Wigman is at the monastery on the Isle of Ely, hiding among the church mice. I'll need to plan our attack, but I won't face him while the traitor he commands is still under my roof. So what have you learned?
What have I learned?
Birna is in love with you. Unanswered love is a volcanic emotion. Birna has always been unpredictable. But she's a warrior grown. She does not let her emotions guide her actions.
Okay. Leif. Leif is jealous.
Leif wishes he had stepped up to lead, and to be where you are now. Leif has a celebrated place in my clan. As a shipbuilder, he is without peer, and he knows I know this. Leif disagrees with how you run Grand Bridge. This city thrives under me, as a bustling port for his longships, for instance. Leif told me his yellow paint had been stolen. Yellow is a troublesome color to make. He was upset when his stores were stolen.
I'm just going to quickly go through all of these then.
Birna used to be a smuggler. Hardly an honorable life. There is honor among even the lowliest of men. Danes know that better than most.
Oh no, done Leif.
Gallon puts his visions above everything, to the point of fanaticism. Visions are like clouds. Each person sees a different meaning in the shape, and Gallon sees an important meaning. Gallon told me he was near death when you found him, and saved his life. Yes, People thought him cursed. He was adrift in deep water. But don't we all deserve a guide back to the shallows? I found Gellen's longboat painted hastily with yellow paint on the day of the attack. Why would he mark his longboat differently from the rest of ours?
My question. Oh, I was gonna, yeah. We got other suspects? Can I have a quick ask
I need more
around?
time to think. Of course. Feel free to search the Shire for clues, and speak to anyone you wish.
Let's see what we can find. Look for evidence in Grant Bridge. I'm also going to take a look at down that here, in this tunnel.
Soma was smart to build this tunnel.
What is that? Why is that glowing like that? I don't like snakes. Don't know about anyone else, but they're rather annoying.
A painted cross. A trail of yellow paint drops. This tunnel leads to the longhouse. The trader marked it with a yellow cross, then opened the way and let them in. The trader must have exited here with a few more, heading away toward the riverbank.
With yellow paint, I might add. Oh, okay. So it's actually giving us the locations of all the others. Well, let's go back through the tunnel. I think that's the quickest way. And that one there is just over here. Russian support, okay. Couldn't see that there was a door there. Knock knock. Note in Burner's bag. Not noble honor is a noise to me, but for the first time I wonder what is the better thing to do. Stay at your elbow, smiling with a thorn in my chest, or to leave you behind and pull this barb from me. I will stay, but only as long as you need me.
Well, you're not the regular sunbeam I've come to know. Something weighing on you?
Maybe.
I was wondering on a few things. It must ache to serve under someone you love so deeply, one who doesn't love you back.
Some days the pain hits hard. I need to press my hand into my heart to keep it from digging through my chest.
You are a smuggler. Some would say that's not a trustworthy past.
And water is wet, what a surprise. I'm an opportunist. I see a chance, I take it. It's helped Soma so far. She knows what I am, what I was. But she trusts me. Who would better know the difference between a joke and the truth?
What happened the night of the attack?
The people were at peace. A beautiful night, fog and all. Then came the Saxons all around. And Soma roaring like a great bear. When she called a retreat, we ran for the longboats, aiming to regroup in the swamps. It was an ambush, no more, no less.
Birna, Grantbridge was not taken by fluke. Someone showed the Saxons the Longhouse Tunnel. Never mind.
Let's try this. I don't know if my charisma is good enough, but we'll give it a go.
Someone in the city led the Saxons through the Longhouse Tunnel. When the fighting started, where were you?
Drinking with my warriors in the Longhouse. When the Saxons came, I fought. I couldn't have shown anyone the tunnel. Eyes were on me all day and night.
Okie dokie. Let's see what anyone else has got to say. I've done that from 70. Right. I'm probably just heading further away now. Now I'm trying to get to the closest one each time. Heading further and further away. Let's have a look at the bits inside first. 4 bolts of canvas, 6 barrels red paint, 7 barrels blue paint, 4 barrels yellow paint if can haggle down east trader, if not 2 barrels. Some allocated resources elsewhere again. Reasons I cannot find them, we'll need to drive hard bargain to get any more than that. Okay.
Eivor, you look like the wind has flipped your sails. What's going on?
I was wondering. You told me you often disagree with Soma's orders.
I do, but I follow them. It's my duty to this clan, to my Jarl's Kona. A man's honor comes from his acts, not his wishes.
You said your yellow paint was stolen before the attack.
Aye, and yellow is not an easy pigment to mix, let alone acquire. I was furious it was stolen.
How did you feel when Guthrum named Soma the steward of Grandbridge and not you?
If being honorable were easy, we would have no evil men. It is something I wanted, sure, but I'm a man of honor, above all.
How did the night of the attack play out from your view?
I was working in the shipyards. Next thing I knew, the city was burning from the inside. Then Soma led our retreat.
Let's try this again.
Leaf. Someone showed the Saxons the Longhouse Tunnel. Where were you when the attack started? What were you doing?
When the fighting started, I was in my workshop decorating a sail for our allies in Grimsby, without my yellow paint. By the time Soma gathered me to retreat, the city was under attack from within. I was nowhere near the tunnel. Nowhere.
Okay. That's him. That's her. So it means this one must be Galen. Let's see. Just random people tell me anything?
Did anything strange happen before the attack on Grandbridge?
I saw 2 Saxons riding past the city while I was on guard. One to the Melbourne Monastery and one toward Utbeck Camp. I think they were messengers. Didn't think anything of it since they weren't coming here.
Okay. Do you reckon anyone else has anything to say? This person does.
Hale, did you see anything strange on the night before the attack?
I saw someone run from the outskirts of Grandbridge to the shore, just before the fighting started. Too dark to see who.
Okie dokie. Knock knock. Orberus on her shield, lion on his banners, the mountain, question mark, 2 cannot balance on a peak, 1 must fall. Yes, I thought that's what your thoughts were, my little friend.
Eivor, this is a surprise.
Is it?
I was wondering. The visions you've had about you and Soma, how do you interpret them?
A piercing question. I believe it means that Soma will lead me to greatness, however difficult. That she is linked to my destiny.
Why were you at death's door when Soma found you?
I left my clan to pursue my vision. I don't remember much. The sacred plans addled my memory, but I was hungry for more visions. You may not understand, but Soma does. She knows the gods have a plan for me, and that following it is worth any risk.
Why was your longship painted yellow?
Was it yellow? I don't recall. You could ask Leif. He's our shipmaster.
Did you see anything odd when the attack began?
I did. I saw a wave of Saxons appear in the heart of Grandbridge, as if by magic. Odd as wings on an eel. I fought ragged to the brink of death, from one night to the next. You saw the end of it. Wolves almost took me.
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to find who betrayed Soma to the Saxons. I could use your help.
I wish I could help. The night of the attack, I was meditating on the shore, far from prying eyes. I was alone that night. And until Saxons appeared, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I hope that's enough.
Oh, okay, so he was the one that was outside and came in. I wonder if I can speak to that lady again. Just to review what she said. No. Okay. That's a no. Okay, so let's head back to Soma, but see if there is anyone along the way that has something to say. Excuse me, people. Any words for the wise? No. Must be someone here, surely. Right, someone over here.
Did you see anything strange on the night of the attack?
Come to think of it, I noticed one of the longships wasn't where it usually is. It was beached further north, on the riverbank.
Where was this?
Northeast of here, along the shore. It's been a few days, though. May not be there now.
Oh, okay. I actually want to check that out. This is northeast, so kind of want to go in that direction. Let's see if we can get there quickly. Okay. So, jumping the fence, maybe? No. Why is there never a quick way out of villages? They did say northeast, didn't they? Let's check the map again. Let's have a further look round. There's no information. Apart from looting that person. Ooh, what is that? Okay, I don't actually think I'm going to find anything along here, am I? Ooh. Or am I?
Someone hauled this bucket of yellow paint all the way down to the riverbank. They quickly painted a longship beached here. Then they sailed off with allies to help crew the vessel.
So, maybe my suspicions are correct. I don't want to search the swamps for the yellow longship. I know whose it is. It's Galen's. Let's head to Soma. I think I'm ready to say who it is. do you have to say, though?
Did you see anything the night of the attack?
Only Lif, fighting bravely. Did you know Lif carves a poem in each of his longships? He's a craftsman and a wordsmith.
Where are these longships now?
Lost in the fog of the Fenlands, sadly. If I could reclaim them, I would. To return his works of art, he'd be so grateful.
To be sure. Good luck to you.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. No. I don't think I'm going to talk to anyone else, because I think it's Galen. I think it's safe to say it's Galen, but let's find out if I'm right.
Did you find enough clues around Grantbridgeshire? Are you ready to choose the traitor?
Here's what I know.
A local said they saw someone running from the outskirts of the city to the river, just before the attack. Did they recognize the person? No. They couldn't be seen in the fog, but whoever it was, they knew something bad was coming. Your secret tunnel had many footprints nearby, and its mouth was painted with a yellow mark. Whoever betrayed you, they did so by marking the tunnel entrance, then opening the way to let the Saxons in. Galen had no alibi. No one can place his location on the night of the attack. He's an odd one, that man. But he is a man, not a toddler. He doesn't need a constant watch.
That's a fair point, but I'm gonna...
That's all the evidence I think we need. You've been thorough. Who is the traitor?
It's Galen!
Galen betrayed you. Are you certain?
No.
This will be the hardest thing I have ever done. Stay close by me, Eivor. I will need you.
I'll be here.
Come on, now.
How do you plan to deal with this? As a leader must. My family, my inner circle. Today we make sure what has happened to us will never happen again. We end Wigmund's life. But not all together. For you cannot survive the winter with a rat in your larder. Galen. You have betrayed me, Galen.
I haven't! Soma, you're the key to my life. You must lead me to my destiny. Carry me to the summit of victory.
Do not warp what is real with the stories you tell yourself. I have seen no signs of your destiny. What I have seen is my people slaughtered, my city befouled, and your delusions fueling the destruction. How dare you think your destiny, your greatness, outweighed all of ours?
I do hope I was right.
He believed too much in fate, and not enough in us. Take him away. I feel as if I have torn off my own arm. Wigmund deserves death. But killing him won't make your family whole again. You think I don't know? This is for those who follow. To join me is to take an oath. To break it is to suffer. We make camp on the outskirts of the Isle of Ely. Join us there.
She carries the weight of leadership on one shoulder and the bonds of her people on the other.
Now that she's lost one, she walks lopsided. It will take years of toil to rebuild those bonds with her people.
Yet she is unburdened now. Lighter. She is a leader, not a friend, Eivor. Her mistake was thinking she could be both.
Think you can swill with the best?
Okay. Don't actually know if I did that right or not. I'm hoping we did, otherwise we just killed someone unnecessarily. And it would be interesting to find out if we actually managed, like, when we move on to the next one, if we find out if we were right or not, or whether one of the other two, if they are actually the traitor, come through with it or not. I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose. But if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.